What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to show you how to scrape LinkedIn profiles by creating a simple automation in make.com. So let's get started. To scrape LinkedIn profiles, I'm going to use this tool called Apify. Apify is an incredible tool that you can use to scrape any website and automate projects. So create an account on Apify, and after creating an account on Apify, head over to Apify store. Here we're going to search for the website that we like to scrape. In our case, we like to scrape LinkedIn. Then in LinkedIn, we'd like to scrape LinkedIn profile. So I'll search for LinkedIn profile scraper. Then click on search. You can see we have like 100 tools that we can use to scrape LinkedIn profiles. You can scrape LinkedIn profiles, all LinkedIn people profiles. To scrape LinkedIn people profile, I'm going to use this tool. So I'll open this tool on a new tab. This is the tool that would like to scrape LinkedIn profiles. So all you have to do is just add the LinkedIn URL of the person that would like to scrape their profile over here, and then click on start to scrape their profile. These are our tools succeeded in scraping a LinkedIn profile. So here we're getting the about section, their image, certifications, city, number of connections, company name, the education details, their name, location, and the LinkedIn URL over here. That's awesome. So now to automate this process of scraping leads from LinkedIn in Make, I've created a scenario that I've named to LinkedIn Profile Scraper. Here, we'll set up an automation that scrapes LinkedIn profiles automatically. So to get started, I'm going to search for Apify. And then here, I'll click on Run an Actor module. Here, you'll need to create a connection between your Apify account and Make by clicking on Add. And for the connection type, choose the one that is recommended over here. Rename your connection and click on Save. Then on the new window that pops up, choose the account that you like to connect to Make. And after choosing the account, your connection will be created. Since I had already created my connection, I'm going to close this and choose my connection right here. And here I'm going to choose our tool, which is this tool right here. And here I'm going to choose to run synchronously. And then here we'll input our JSON. To get our JSON, I'm going to go back to our tool, then click on our tool right here, which is manual and JSON. Click on JSON. And here we'll copy this JSON. Before we paste our JSON right here, we'll need to format our JSON. So I'll use our JSON formatter tool to format our JSON. So here I'll paste our JSON, then click on process to format our JSON. Here our JSON was formatted, so I'll copy it. Then here now we can input our JSON. Then I'm going to leave everything as is and click on save. And here, I'll rename this module to LinkedIn Profile Scraper. Then click on save. Now after we've scraped our LinkedIn profile, we're going to get the data that we just scraped using a get dataset item. So on Apify, I'll click on get dataset item module. Here I will add our dataset ID, which is this ID right here. You can increase the limit depending on the number of profiles that you're scraping. And here I'm going to click on save and rename this to get scraped data. And click on save. Now to scrape this LinkedIn profile and get their data using this module, I'll run automation. So here you can see we succeeded in scraping this LinkedIn profile. And on this module, we're getting the data. So we're getting the about section, the avatar, our email, company name, education details, LinkedIn URL, their name, their projects, similar projects, and all these other information right here, which is awesome. Now after scraping them and getting their data, you can proceed to add their data to a Google spreadsheet. So in Google Sheet, I've created a spreadsheet that I've renamed to LinkedIn Profiles spreadsheet. In this spreadsheet, I've created a sheet that I've renamed to LinkedIn Profiles. And here's where we're going to add the LinkedIn profile data from the LinkedIn profiles we just scraped using Apify. So here we'll add the name, company name, the about section, a personalized first line that we're going to generate using AI, and the LinkedIn URL. So to add the LinkedIn profile data over here, I'll go back to automation, click on Google Sheets, and then here I'm going to click on add a row module. So we're going to find our spreadsheet, and I'm going to click on our spreadsheet right here. Sheet name will be LinkedIn profiles. Then here, we're going to add values to our columns in our spreadsheet with the data that we scraped from Apify. So for the name, we're going to add the name over here. It should be this name. Company name. We're going to add their company name over here. About section, we're going to add the about section over here. Personalized first line, we're going to update it later on after we've generated it. For the LinkedIn URL, we're going to add the LinkedIn URL over here. And then click on save. Here, I'll rename this to LinkedIn profile data. Then click on save. Now to scrape our profile again, get their data and add their LinkedIn profile data to a spreadsheet, I'll run automation again. Here you can see we succeeded in scraping the profile again. Got the data right here. We proceeded to add the data to a spreadsheet. When we open our spreadsheet, you can see the LinkedIn profile data we added over here. We added the name, company name, the about section, and the LinkedIn URL, which is awesome. Now, when I go to automation in this module, you can see we are hard coding the LinkedIn URLs over here. Instead of hard coding the LinkedIn URLs, we can add the LinkedIn URLs to a sheet. And then all we have to do is just choose the profile that would like to scrape their data and add their data to our spreadsheet. Instead of having to manually come in, hard code LinkedIn URL over here. So to do that, in Google Sheet, I've also created another sheet that I've renamed to LinkedIn URL. Here's where we're going to add the LinkedIn URLs of the profile that we like to scrape. So to get this sheet, automation, I'm going to click on Google Sheets, then click on Watch New Rows module. We're going to use this as our trigger, so allow to align it. Then here, I rename it to LinkedIn URL. LinkedIn URLs, then click on save. And then here, I'll open this module to find our spreadsheet. This is spreadsheet right here. For the sheet name, we're going to choose LinkedIn URL. Choose the sheet name. Here we'll limit it to 1. Then click on here. You can see it's asking me to choose where to start. You can choose start from a specific ID, or I'll choose manually over here. Here now you can choose the profile that you would like to scrape the data. For example, you can scrape Gary's profile data over here and click on save. Then here, run this module. You can see now we're getting the LinkedIn URL over here. Now, my profile over here, instead of hard coding the LinkedIn URL, I'm going to grab the LinkedIn URL from our module over here, then click on save. Now to scrape a particular LinkedIn profile, all you have to do is come over here and choose where to start. You can choose to start manually and select one particular profile, for example, Gary's profile, and click on save. And now we can proceed to scrape the Gary's profile, get the data, and add them to a spreadsheet. To do that, I'll run automation. You can see that automation ran successfully. Here we wanted to scrape Gary's LinkedIn profile. And here we succeeded in scraping his profile. Then we got his LinkedIn profile data over here. Then we proceeded to add his LinkedIn profile data to a spreadsheet. Now in our spreadsheet, when I click on LinkedIn profile sheet, you can see we added a new LinkedIn profile data that we scraped over here. That is the name, company name, the about section of Gary over here. Then we added the LinkedIn URL over here. Now with the about section, we can proceed to generate a personalized first line in case you wanted to reach out to Gary. So in automation, to generate a personalized first line, we're going to use AI. So here, you can use any AI tool. In our case, I'm going to use Gemini, so I'm going to search for Gemini, then click on create a completion. You need to create a connection between your Gemini account and Make by clicking on add, then here name your connection. To get your API key, just open this link on a new tab, create your API key, then come and add your API key right here, and click on save to create your connection. Since I had already created my connection, I'm going to close, and then here I'll choose our model. I'm going to choose Gemini 2.0 Flash. Here, I'll click on message, then here I'll choose the model role, then I'll add an item. For the message type, I'm going to choose text. And then here we're going to add the prompt for the model role. Be in the lines of you're an intelligent writing assistant. Here I'll add an item, choose the role of the user, and I'll add an item. Message type, I'm going to choose text. Then add the prompt for the user role over here. Prompt for the user role could be on the lines of generate a personalized, intriguing, and captivating first line for a cold email based on the link about data and LinkedIn URL scraped from LinkedIn. And here we're going to add the LinkedIn data, should be this data over here, and the LinkedIn URL should be this URL over here. The first line should be engaging, relevant, and complementary, designed to hook the lead into reading further without pushy or salesy. Then here we're adding a couple of rules that would like for the AI to follow. First rule that we're telling the AI is to output only the first line with no explanation or additional text. The second rule that we're telling the AI to follow is do not include suggestions or placeholders like mention a specific property type or service in the output. The other rule that we're telling the AI to follow is the output should be a fully written, personalized first line based on the LinkedIn content. And lastly, we're telling the AI do not include quotation marks around the first line. Then here I'm going to click on save. Then here I'll rename this to first line generator. Then here I'm going to click on save. Now after we generated our first lines, here we'll update our row with the first line. So I'll click on update a row module. We're going to find our spreadsheet, which is a spreadsheet right here. Sheet name, we like to update the LinkedIn profiles sheet. Row number will be this row number. And the column we would like to update is the personalized first line with the result that we're going to generate from Gemini. And here we can rename this to first lines. Then click on save. Maybe LinkedIn profile, get the script data and add the profile to a spreadsheet. Then go ahead and generate a personalized first line and update our profile with the first line that we generated using Gemini. I'm going to start by choosing the profile that we like to scrape. So I'll choose manually. I'm going to choose Alex profile. Click on save. And now here, I'll run automation. And successfully, here we're scraping Alex LinkedIn profile. Scrape the profile using this module over here. We got the data over here. And added the data to a spreadsheet. We then proceeded to generate a personalized first line for Alex. The personalized first lines on the lines of Alex, your story of trading business school for a gym in 2013 is a kind of bold decision making I admire. It's a very personalized first line. Then we updated the LinkedIn profile data with the personalized first line that we generated using Gemini. And I open our spreadsheet. You can see we added Alex Moses profile data over here. We added the name, company name, the about section over here, and the personalized first line that we generated using AI over here. We also added the LinkedIn profile URL using the simple automation that we created in Make. Yeah, you can choose another different profile. So I'll choose manually. Some run I'm going to choose Gary. Click on save. And now here, I'll run automation to scrape Gary's profile. You can see automation ran successfully. We got the LinkedIn URL of Gary V. We succeeded in scraping his profile. And here is the LinkedIn profile data. We added the profile data to a spreadsheet, generated a personalized first line for them using Gemini. Using the lines of getting your early bets on Facebook, Twitter, Uber. Gary, I'm curious, what trends are capturing your attention right now? It's a very personalized line. Then we updated the profile data with the personalized first line that we generated using Gemini. Can rename this to personalized first lines. Then click on save. Now when I open our spreadsheet, you can see we added Gary's profile data over here. Here's their name, company name, about section, personalized first line that we generated for them over here, and the LinkedIn URL over here. Now, lastly, we can try scraping my profile. So I'll choose where to start, choose manually. I'm going to choose my LinkedIn URL, click on OK, then run automation again. That automation ran successfully. Here we got my LinkedIn URL. Then using this module, we succeeded in scraping my LinkedIn profile. Then we got my LinkedIn profile data over here. They went ahead and added my LinkedIn profile data to a spreadsheet, and then generated a personalized first line using Gemini, and updated my LinkedIn profile with a personalized first line that we generated using Gemini. This is a personalized first line that we generated for us. The first line is on the lines of Dennis. Your LinkedIn profile leveraging automation to streamline marketing workflows really resonated with my own journey building efficient systems for businesses. We updated our LinkedIn profile data with a personalized first line that we generated using Gemini. And when I open our spreadsheet, you can see we added my name over here, company name, about section, and the personalized first line that we generated using Gemini. We also added my LinkedIn URL over here using the simple automation that we created in Make.com. Now, if you have an automation or a system in mind that you'd like for me to create using Make.com, just comment down below in the comment section. But for now, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.